Well, I think the name Imagine, and I go way back to the 60s when it was the Boulder County DDC and in the Ruth Wood days. And then when they switched, and that was sort of a status quo organization. It was excellent, I thought, providing good services to the population. But when the board changed the name to Imagine, all of a sudden it was like there was a whole new focus. And it was on what are the potentials that our individuals that we serve, what more can they do, or what other opportunities are there? And I think one of the key things here is that it really says we're going to really look at the abilities, and we're going to create a world of opportunities for all abilities. And I think using the name Imagine then opened the eyes of families, of individuals receiving services, but the greater community saying, there's a whole world out there that our population has not been dealing with or being a part of, and we really should be. So let's really look out and dream of what can be done. And so the name Imagine really represents, I think, the futuristic thinking of the organization and how they can create new opportunities for all ability levels. It's important because Imagine is one of a number of centers that cover, blanket the entire state. Imagine blankets Boulder and Broomfield counties. And they provide all the services, or the key services, for all the individuals within the IDD population. And right now, Imagine, I think, is serving some 4,500 plus individuals. So if you're a family, if you're a parent, if you're a sibling, or in some relation to an individual who has disabilities, then the most important contact that they can possibly make would be Imagine, because Imagine really is the clearinghouse for individuals to receive services for this part of Colorado. And they're critically important because they're the ones that make things like determination on who gets benefits, who gets services, what kind of services. So it's crucial that people become aware of who and what Imagine is. I can tell you that with Ty, he feels so important to all the people, not just the staff that provides the day programs, but he remembers all the people that he's worked with, that he's interviewed with, or with when he goes in for our regular meetings with the case managers. He remembers their names and what they do. He remembers people like Jenna Corder, simply because we were out at the COVID, when they were giving COVID vaccinations out in Longmont at the fairgrounds, and then at the Coal Creek Center. He knows that these people want to help him. They're his friends, and they are going to help provide opportunities for them. So this is thinking about those people that are on the administrative level, but then you've got all those people that are providing actual services to him, like his community activities, the community employment. Ty found a job through Imagine. If it wasn't for Imagine Employment Services, Ty would not have a job. They took the time to figure out what Ty really wanted to do. And they took him around to a variety of places and experimented with him, and finally landed him a job at the Arc Thrift Store in Louisville, which has been a wonderful opportunity and really helped to change his life. By the same token, the day programs that he's now attending, he loves. He goes out there, he knows all the staff, they greet each other by name, they get hugs. as well as the other participants in the day program. Imagine has changed Ty's life, and we as a family are deeply appreciative of that. Yeah, I've got a couple. One, I think the most recent one was when Ty was recognized by the Imagine Foundation for his being one of the employees that was featured in this past year at the foundation celebration. I think that was one of the things that our whole family celebrated, and I think we were extremely excited about that. I think that would be one of the highlights for Ty. Another favorite thing is when Ty started going back after COVID and having the opportunity to see his friends, the staff, and the other individuals who were taking the classes. Ty his whole world just brightened at that time because it meant so much to him. And, for myself and for Ty, having been involved for over 50 years in the special needs community, now when I go out to Imagine, like on Fridays, tomorrow I'll be out at Imagine at the Cold Creek Center, and I'll be seeing individuals that are now in their 50s that I knew and worked with when they were in elementary school in the Boulder Special Ed program. So it's just like a great big happy place where you're seeing your friends. They used to be my students, now they're just my friends, which is really key. But also seeing the wonderful staff that have been around for so many years. So those are probably my favorite memories, favorite things. Well, in the past 60 years, Imagine has been making changes steadily over those 60 years. I think in the upcoming year, my hope for Imagine is, as they make these big administrative changes, that the organization, under the good leadership I think that they have and the good solid board of directors, are going to help us make the changes where we're still able to provide excellent administrative services, but at the same time, on the other hand, being able to provide direct services for Ty and the other individuals in the IDD community. So that's really my hope. And I think, in fact, I know that Imagine is going to be successful as they start making the change. One, because they've been preparing for it, and all the staff has been preparing for it, and I think are eager to take on these challenges. And I think we as a community will support these changes.